What's up, good people? We are back again, and y'all know what time it is. Yes, it's time for Camille Street. And baby, this is episode number 21, y'all. Yes, 21. Yes, you guys. And this episode is going to be about creating. Okay? And as you guys can see, I have on this dress right here. And this is the first masterpiece that I ever created when I bought my sewing machine. And I actually got this material from Joanne Fabric, which they will be missed. It was custom, so you could add something on the material. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but all around it says get inspired. You have a basketball, you have a football, you have a microphone, you got a keyboard, you got some shoes, you got some numbers, 09, completion. It's all about creation. And that's what today's episode will be about. We all have amazing ideas hiding within. And so many times we fail to use them. We allow other people to stop us by telling us certain things, and so it may hinder us from following through with our creations. So that's what I want to speak to you guys about right now. This is the age of creation. I made a video about this a long time ago, and I also have a song about it talking about the kids and I wrote that song about 4 years ago. Okay, and it was the 10 godly commandments. If you haven't, go check it out. It's on my page. Okay, listen to it. And it is just so true. We have got to teach the kids how to create. So many of our children are lacking creation because they're allowing ChatGPT and AI to be their brain, and they don't use their brain. Our children are lacking the use of their own knowledge and their own tools that they have within, and it is up to us to bring them back to the fold. You heard me. It is time for us to bring our children back to the creating fold. I remember when we were growing up, we used to be able to create in class, and we can make Mother's Day cards, and we can make pottery, and we could create anything at school. And the kids aren't doing that anymore. Even the elementary schools are not teaching the children. Now, I'm going to tell my age a little something, but I took home ec. Okay, I learned how to hand sew and how to crochet. Now, I lack the crocheting skills now, but I did. I crocheted me a pair of booties in high school. Yes, I crocheted me a pair of maroon and gold booties because the Redskins was my football team. And so I wanted to create something that I loved, and I love football, thanks to my mama. And the Redskins, that's my team. Now they're the Commanders, and I'm sticking with them. Okay? I even got the Super Bowl cans, and I might take a picture and add it at the end of this because I still got them from when I was, 12 years old, 12 or 13 when they won the last Super Bowl in 84, 80 something. I got the can. I'll tell y'all. I'll show y'all the can. I can show you better than I can tell you. But we have got to get back to teaching our children to create. So many times they're running to the computer to learn how to do something, even how to do simple math, y'all. And y'all already know back in the day, we used to use these, baby. We would use anything that we could. A piece of paper. Well, not that piece of paper, I guess. But we would use a piece of paper. We would use anything to use our brains to come up with what we needed at the time. And now our children are just being fed AI, and it is dumbing them down. And we, as adults, as parents, as aunties, as uncles, we have got to try, because that's all we can do. Just like they used to teach us that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You heard me. You can lead a horse to water, However, it is up to their own mind to want to drink that water. And we have to lead our children back to creating, showing them what they are capable of doing if they just put their mind to it. And I grew up with a father telling me that. Okay, if I asked my dad something, he would say, well, what do you think? If I would ask my dad how to do something, he would say, show me what you do, and then I'll show you how to do it. And that's teaching. Because if we continuously allow our children to be fed, they will be thrown to the wolves when the time comes. Because just today, I'm going to let y'all know, I was talking to my mother on the phone today, and it cut out. And when I tried to call her back, you know what the phone said? There is no cell phone signal when I see 5G right at the top of my screen on my phone. I called her back 3 times. It gave me that message 3 times. So I took that as a warning. And I said, wow, what if it gets so hot that it destroys every cell phone tower when most of America goes to that cell phone for every single thing we do now? I said, damn, we don't even got a house phone. Then I thought about it. I said, well, I do have an office. So, hey, if all else fails, we can go to use my office phone because I do got a phone at the office. But if your cell phone gets blacked out, how you going to even get the numbers? Because I don't even remember numbers no more. But I used to. I used to know people's numbers by heart. And that is where creation lies. When you create a memory up here, it will be sustaining and long lasting. But if you strictly go into your phone creating memories, you will forget about it in a day. And I'm just encouraging each and every one of you to create. Get inspired to create something that only your mind is begging you to do. Because I'm telling y'all, I get so many creative ideas that I have yet to follow through with that I know I am missing my calling by just being creative. Yes, I'm missing my calling by just being creative. When you create, you start a ripple effect in your mind, and you continuously want to find that next creation. And right now I'm in the middle of making my Beyonce outfit. I just finished a hat the other day because I'm going to the boots on the ground, and I wanted a hat and I wanted something specific and I wanted something for me. And I went and bought a hat from Hobby Lobby and I created it, and I'm going to show y'all what I did. Y'all see the video. But it's about creating. When you get that idea up here to move, you need to move. You need to stay convicted to the idea of the creation, just as convicted as you are to going to work. You need to stay convicted to the idea of your creations, just like you are convicted to dealing with somebody else or dealing with whatever you're dealing with. Stay convicted to your creations. Stay motivated and stay practicing your thoughts on creating. Because when you create, you allow others to spark that creative notion and that idea that, maybe I need to go ahead and follow through with that idea that I had. Or maybe I have an idea that I want to create, but I feel like I can't do it. Yes, you can. When you tell yourself what you are unable to do, you, my friend, are blocking yourself. So I encourage you all to get unblocked and start creating. We are in the age of creation right now. Y'all see it. Social media is everywhere. But guess what? Once it disappears, you will still have every single memory of all the creations that you made. And you'll still have the remnants of them if you don't sell them to someone else who loves your creations too. I'm telling you guys, it is time. It is time to block the noise. If somebody tells you, oh, wow, you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this and you're doing that and you're the master of none, well, tell them to look up the entire quote and then come holler at me. And guess what? We're just going to do it right now. We're going to look up the entire quote, and then I'm going to say it to y'all. And after I say it to you guys, then I am going to do a reading. One card only, like I did the last time, because Spirit told me to do it. And when I listen to Spirit and I'm led, I will definitely follow through. Okay? So let's go and look up this quote real quick, because y'all know I don't like to go too over. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. I need to I just typed in the master quote, honey. It didn't come up. Okay. This is the full quote. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than the master of one. You hear me, don't you? I'm going to repeat it for y'all. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So I just want you guys to get in tune with creating, okay? And no, you may not be able to master every single thing, but you'll be better than the master of one, because they won't even know how to master that other thing that you've done, jack of all trades. So start creating, okay? We're going to use the Work Your Life Oracle deck. I thought one was going to jump out. I love when that happens. All right. So, ooh, look at that. Looked like two was about to, but they went back in. I feel like if they don't come out completely, then that was meant to go back into the pile. Okay, you guys, let's see what we pulled today. Just say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes to stepping out on faith. Say yes to taking that leap. Say yes to you, and say yes to mastering every single dream you have. It is time to go create. I encourage each and every one of you, create something beautiful, because that's your life, my friend. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and coming on down to Camille Street. I've been doing this for 21 weeks straight, you guys, since January 19th, and I am just ecstatic, over the moon, and proud of myself for the consistency. Get inspired, all right? Be you, be true to you, and stop listening to the naysayers and those haters.